So, hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about what is the purpose of an embedded system. What is the purpose? In each embedded system is designed to serve the purpose of any one of the combination of the following tasks. Coming to those tasks are: one is the data collection or storage or representation. The second one is a data communication. Third one is a data or a signal processing. Fourth one is a monitoring applications, and the fifth one is a control applications. Sixth one is a application specific user interface. Based on these six tasks, combination of any two you have to work it on. So coming to the first one, data collection or storage or representation. So the data collection refers to store or analysis or manipulation and the transmission of informations, uh, like the text, video or image or etc. In embedded system, the purpose of data collection is to collect the data from the external resources based on the type of data you are using. Majorly the data collection using various areas. You have to collect the data based on the type of data we are using. So coming to the analog embedded systems are directly collect the analog data in the form of analog signals. So analog embedded systems are collected in the form of analog signals, while the digital data is collected by the converting the analog data into equivalent to the digital. You have to use, so in the collection of the digital data, you have to use the analog digital converter to convert it into digital forms. Similarly, digital embedded systems are directly collect the digital data without any interface. So you have to collect the analog data, means you have to convert one analog to digital converter is there. Controller is collect the digital data. You have to connect one ADC, then ADC device is converting into analog into digital domain. So coming to the digital data collection, so it is automatically the controller is collecting data in the digital form only, so no need of any converter. And depending on the purpose of an embedded system, the data collection is served for any one of the following actions. So first one is data directly stored in the system. Data stored in directly stored in a system, or data is transferred to the external world, or data is processed by the system itself. Data is detected after the performing a task. So these are the following actions to be taken in the following actions are taken in the data collection. So data is directly stored in a system. If the collection data is directly stored in a system is a one type, data is transferred to the external world. So you have transfer the data from one device to another device, or device to device. So this is the data transferring. So that one, the data processing by the system itself. Data will be processed by the system. This is compiling like that. So then the fourth one is data detected after the performing its task. After the completion of the task, the data will be collected. So this is another type after executions. So examples: the analog or a digital CRO without storage memory, it is designed for the measurement purpose. So this is designed for the measurement only, how to measure the analog data or a digital signal or analog signal. So second one, LCDs or LEDs, alarms or buzzers are provided to audio visual representation of the collection of the data. So these devices are using for the collection of data representation. So in a digital camera, we have to take one more example, that is a digital camera. It provides a data collection, storage as well as representation of the data. So the digital camera using for the first collection of the picture is the data collection. The saving of the picture in the camera is a storage, and well as again, if it requires, you can show the preview. So that is the data representation type. So digital camera using for the uh, three tasks. So this is about the data collection. So coming to the next one, data communication. So embedded data communication systems are divided in the application ranging from complex satellite communication system to the simple home networking system. So based on the requirement, the communication system will be implemented. So the data communication can be defined as a transmission of analog or a digital data in the from one system to the other remote system by using our wired or wireless medium. So basically communication is defined as a transfer of information from one place to another place. So data communication means you have to transfer the data from one place to another place. So embedded data communication system have the range of applications from complex satellite communication system to the simple home networking system. Simple means like satellite networking also communicating with the satellite, the long range communications, and the up to home networking system. Home networking means you have to use the TV with remote. This is also wireless communication networking system, very short range communication. So the embedded terminal used to data collection also provide the data communication units such as wireless modules, Bluetooth, Zigbee, Wi-Fi, and GPRS. And the wired modules are you have to take serial communication RS-232, 232, and the USB and the TCP/IP protocols. And these are the wired communication. A detected transmission like network hubs, routers, switches for the data monitoring and security, etc. So it is also supported by the embedded system between the transmitting and the receiving terminals to provide the data encryption and the description. Based on data encryption and description. So coming to the one is a third one is a data signal processing. Data signal processing. So, so the data signal processing. So in embedded system, the collected data can be used for the signal processing. The collected data is used for the signal processing. Functionalities such as speech coding, synthesis, audio video code, and the transmission. The best example of a signal processing employed by the embedded system is an digital hearing and watching. It is used to enhance the hearing capability of deaf person. The signal processing using deaf person. So you have to say take that example. You have to see the two microphones are there, and the data signal processing an amplifier means using for the to increase the weak signal to strong signal, received strong signal, battery, and the live tip. These are the data signal processing. So coming to the fourth one, most one important one is the monitoring. In the monitoring application also, monitoring means embedded systems are used to monitoring purpose have the wide applications in media field, in media and medical fields. So wide range of applications are using in media and the medical fields. So those systems just perform the monitoring operations on the state of variables such as current, voltage, and etc. How to measuring, you have to monitor the what is the voltage, what is the current right now by using the input sensors. Voltage is an input sensor. Sensor is an input device. The sensor to take the input value and giving to the system. So that is also monitoring sensor. So coming to the next medical application is ECG. Electrocardiogram is there. So machine used to monitoring the heartbeat of a patient, but cannot control the body, but what the body responses will be monitoring. So other example including the digital CRO, digital multimeters, and logical analyzers. Everything is to display the value. It's not controlling, it's just monitoring what is the value here. So next one is a control. Next one is a control. So embedded system has employed the control applications uses sensors and actuators in order to control the some variables which respect to the changes in their input variables, majorly using in the sensors and actuators. Sensors and activators. In the sensors and actuators control the some variables with respect to the changes in input variables. Input variable changes, automatically the values will be changes. Sensors at the input port monitor the changes in measuring variables, whether the actuators are output port. So coming to sensors in the input port, the input values have to grasp the input values then given to the system. So coming to the actuators is an output port. So based on the input value changes, the according to the actuators also be changes in the input variable achieve the specific range by the controlling the variables. This type of examples such as the air conductor, which is ACs, which uses in the room temperature. For example, you have to take the AC air conductor, which is used from the room temperature sensing element in the sensor to control the air compressor unit. So this is the control application we are using. So next one, application specific interface. This is the most important thing, that is application specific interface. So embedded system which application specific interface provides the user an interface such as buttons, switches, keyboards, lights, etc. So application specific user interface, based on your specific application, based on need of your application, you have to design this one. So in this purpose, you are using the buttons, switches, keyboards, and etc. to access the particular device. A suitable example for an application specific user interface is a mobile. Your mobile is a one application specific user interface. This is a best example. So these are about the purpose of embedded system. In this one, data collection, storage, representation, data communication, or data signal processing, or data monitoring, or data control, and application user specific interface. Any two of combination, you have to design a system. So this is about the purpose of embedded system. So thank you everyone.